Don't you just hate it when that happens?
Okay, we're now recording. Hi, Joellen.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Hi, Kathy. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a few weeks.
No, we've been gone and
Very busy with a
I think
wedding.
2 weeks ago. Huh?
And you're busy preparing for a wedding, I hear.
Yes, next week. One more week, but most of the stuff is done. So
Oh, good.
yeah, this
Hi,
week should be
Cindy.
good.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Judith.
Hi, Frank. Sorry, my camera's not working. I don't know why. I've tried to disconnect and connect again, and I don't know what's changed. But anyways, I'll be listening and
Okay.
speaking.
Well, you can still interact. I'm sorry we won't see your lovely face. Hi, Rana.
Hi, Frank. Hi, everybody else.
Hi, Rana.
Well, I heard you were gone too last week, Frank.
I was. Last week I was, I attended a Juneteenth celebration that was hosted by Congresswoman Barbara Lee.
Oh, nice.
And I actually posted a picture of it in the weekly Zoom meeting forum. Said, here's where I was last week. And I was desperately trying to finish my Black Lives Matter sweater to wear to that, but I didn't make it in time.
Oh, that would have been cool. Is it finished now?
All but weaving in these ends.
Oh, that takes a while, doesn't it?
1,000 ends to weave in, but it's all finished except for that.
Yay.
Great.
Yay.
That's the worst part of it, the weaving in.
It is. It's like, I'm done. I want to just be done.
Yes.
Last week, I asked everybody what was the one thing they didn't like to do the most.
Right.
And maybe yours is the weaving of the ends.
Yeah, I think that's
What was-
true.
What was yours, Joellen?
I said I didn't like, now I've lost the words, we're picking up stitches. Because it seems there's an art to it, and I am not artistic. So I often get them picked up and then I realize, no, that's not laying right, and I have to go back out and do it again. But I may have to revamp that to backing up invisible bind off, maybe my new most hated.
Yes.
Oh, invisible bind off. I just you just cut that row off and go on.
Hi, Sumner.
That too. Hi.
Hi, Sumner. Haven't seen you in
yes,
ages.
I've taken the scissors out to that invisible bind off.
Mhm. That's what I did. It's like, we're just going to lose one row and just have at it.
I discovered
Life is-
something
life
this
is too
week
short.
that is going to change everything for the invisible bind off.
Ah,
What?
I discovered this week when I was doing the bottom of the sweater, I thought about it a while and I thought, I have been saying from the very beginning and even in my video that you have to make sure you've got plenty of yarn. You don't want to run out of yarn. It would be a disaster to run out of yarn. And I found out that's all not true. It's not a disaster to run out of yarn. It's very easy to start a new piece. And it simplifies the whole thing if you don't have to have a piece of yarn that is 4 or 5 times the width, the diameter of, or the circumference of your waist.
Right.
So I did this one in 4 pieces, 4 strands of yarn. And to change, all you have to do is duplicate the last yarn through of this one that you're ending. And just like anywhere else where you start a new strand of yarn, you've just got 2 ends to weave
To
in.
weave in. Mhm.
And they are
Oh,
in the
okay.
ribbing, and they're very easy to weave in. That's the easiest weaving in to do, because you just move it along the rib
Yeah,
on the
just go
underside.
up.
I
Well, we're
I couldn't
glad to know
believe that
that.
that was so much easier, and it made it much faster to do the waist bind off, because I didn't have to pull every stitch through and pull it through and pull it through and pull it through just to do one stitch at the beginning.
So you're pretty
Right.
much following your thread path, right?
Yes, just for one stitch. And then it continues. And I, I don't know why I never thought of that before.
That's what
But-
we kind of do in beading also.
And what?
That's what you do in beading also.
Oh, I see. So you don't have to put all the beads on at the very beginning. Is that it?
Right, but most of the time I don't do that kind of beading. I do it where it's one bead at a time.
I see. Hi, Denise. We haven't seen you before.
No, this is my first time here. I'm actually from Australia.
Australia.
Wow.
Hey.
It's the middle of the
Wow.
night.
No, it's 7:30 in the morning. I just finished night shift.
Wonderful.
Oh, okay.
We're so happy to have you, Denise.
Thank you. I feel
Yeah.
like I know some of you because I've watched a few of your, I've watched you, Phrancko, and some of the things. So I
Yes.
thought, no, I'm going to be brave enough and try it. So I'm waiting for wool and I'm trying the baby one.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
That's
Australia.
great.
It's only 7:30 in the morning.
Uh.
And I'm going to take it to my knitting guild in Victoria and show them.
Oh, good.
How
Please
fun.
tell them about Phrancko.com.
I will.
I have completely fallen back down on marketing, and so sales have dropped off. A few days ago I checked and I haven't made one sale in all of June. It's just like I just give up on marketing, and if you don't actively market, nobody comes.
Well, hopefully more people will come once I've spoken to them, because I've told
Hopefully.
them, you know, you can make any jumper you like out of it, so long as you make a sweater, you can
You really can.
make it.
Yeah.
And the shoulders and the stuff just fit so wonderfully. It's just so nice.
Yes, they do.
I
Well,
agree.
I'm completely dependent on you all to spread the word, because I don't do a good job of spreading the word myself.
Well, one of the things I tell people is you can go online, like on a live chat here, and any questions are answered for you. You have help all the time.
That's right.
Exactly.
No other pattern gives you help.
That's true.
I'm always willing to help as long as I can find the time to do it. I don't know if anybody has seen in the forums that recently I reworked the sizes for a sweater that somebody had put in incorrectly. So I'll even change what you've entered and change your pattern to fix it for you. And you only paid $12 for that service.
Yeah.
I'm just thrilled to help people. Somebody seems to have an echo. Do anybody know who that might be?
I'll have a look and see if it's me.
I was hearing my voice coming back.
It's
Still
still
here.
echoing. It's not you, Denise.
I'll try and close my mic just to.
Okay, how about that? Still have it.
All right,
I
I'm
see
gonna
Walter
mute.
here. Hi, Walter. We don't hear you, Walter.
Okay, I muted. It wasn't me, so I don't know who it is.
Oh, mute me next.
How about now?
Getting it
Oh,
now.
Who just
So-
muted? Somebody who just muted? Joellen.
Jo-
Joellen. Mhm.
Joellen, do you happen to have two Zoom sessions going or anything like that?
I don't think so. That you're getting the echo now.
How
What can
about
be done?
now? Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
related to
back.
you, Joellen.
Let me see about turning off. She who will not be named, or she'll activate her echo dot. Is it any different?
That's brilliant.
Is that better?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, that's it. That's it.
that fixed it.
Whatever you did, it was magic.
Oh,
Denise, you can unmute now if you want.
There, that's better.
What
Yep.
part of Australia are you in?
I'm from the state of Victoria in a country town called Ballarat.
And where is that in north, south, east, west,
Right down the south, right
south?
down south
I see.
and to the east.
Okay.
Yeah, southeast of Australia. And it's cold.
Cool. Oh, that's
It's
right.
winter here.
That's winter. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're so happy to have you here.
Thank
So
you.
it's good weather there.
It is. It's always good needing weather.
Yeah, amen. It's funny enough, very chilly here in Massachusetts. It's not going to get out of the low 60s.
Oh, it's
The
in the
next couple of
50s
days.
here. It's in the
Same thing
50s here.
here. Same thing in Montreal.
Yeah,
Goodness.
What?
I'm okay with it.
Is it
It's
raining
a hike
everywhere
in the
too?
morning.
It's raining here.
no, not
Oh,
here.
no, we have perfectly clear skies here in San Francisco.
It stopped raining this morning, I think. I
We saw
agree.
the sky for about 50 days.
Yeah, well, I resemble that remark. Sometimes we go weeks without the sunshine.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
at
can,
least I don't think it thundered yesterday. It did thunder the day before, but it didn't thunder yesterday. So it's the weirdest June here.
I think over the whole summer, we probably only average maybe 19 or 20 straight sunny days.
Oh, we've maybe had two.
Yeah.
It's just we're the rainiest on record ever.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
right?
Mhm.
Wow.
And that's coming from the rainy part of the country.
From Seattle, yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
Yikes.
It's a lot of water. So Kathy, I am working my second set of swatch. And I don't know, if someone had an idea on this, I would certainly take any suggestions. So I'm working Fair Isle and Fair Isle swatching. So you kind of have to do it in the round because it's Fair Isle. It's designed to be round. If you do it flat, you'd have to start a new piece every round or have really, really long tails that draw out the back. So I'm on my second set of
Oh, there it is.
argyles.
Oh, isn't that
Mm.
But
nice?
that's beautiful.
Mhm.
So
This
you're
one
ready.
is
You're
three.
about ready.
I'm about ready. I'm getting there. This one is on 3s. And then this one is on 4s. Thank goodness, I think I'm liking the 4s better.
Yeah, the 3 looked a little stiff.
Right. This will
Yeah.
have a better drape,
Yeah.
but it is fingering weight. So I think I'm getting there. Kathy, I'm gonna be hopping on that website of yours.
Okay.
and
Then I
working
better
on-
get hopping on my website too.
I don't mean to put you to work. I'm not running to your website. I have another at least day of this with what
Wow.
I've got going on in the house because I just moved.
Yeah, your house
and-
looks great, by the way. I was looking at it.
Oh yeah, thanks. See
Look
this
at
piece,
that. Isn't that gorgeous?
that piece is 54 by 54.
Wow.
I
Goodness.
had to have movers move it. It won't even fit in the flatbed of a truck.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
So yeah, the money I waste, but I do love it.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's really pretty, nice and light and bright.
yeah, this is a lot brighter than the other apartment. The
Yeah.
other apartment was very dark. It was chic, but you couldn't see anything.
Not good for
All the
anything.
brick. Right? So Denise, this is going to be a saddle shoulder Phrancko sweater
Oh,
that's going to have the argyles from the neck down the saddle that go all the way down to the sleeve cuff,
well, that'll be
and
beautiful.
argyles around the body.
Oh, that's a
Judith,
lot
we
of
can
work.
see you.
And Kathy has this wonderful website that helps you design a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pop Phrancko sweaters into it.
Oh,
So whatever you create of a piece of fabric, I mean, we all have stittionaries everywhere, right?
yes, we do.
And you want to then make that into a Phrancko. You have Kathy's website, and you can pop a Phrancko in there, you know?
Oh,
So it's
excellent.
pretty cool. I've made 4 Phranckos. I have 3 myself. I gave 1 to my niece.
Yeah, and the difference is modifying. If you want to use a modified stitch or something like that, then you don't have to figure out where to start the stitch in order to center it, because the pattern will do that for you.
Oh, that'll be good.
And what other differences, Frank? Oh, well, it's got a visual design tool where you can change everything that you want to change a neckline, or if you want to bring the shoulders in, but you wouldn't want to do that on a Phrancko, really. But other kinds of sweaters you might, and change the shape at the bottom.
You
that
can
sort of
also
thing.
do, yes, I was about to say, body shaping,
Body, yeah, body shape.
which my pattern doesn't have at all. It's completely straight body.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so
But-
clever, guys.
Denise, I have a little bit to go on the saddle shoulder, and I haven't worked on my website in actually over a week, which is almost amazing. I've never done that. Because my friends are getting married in their backyard next week.
Oh, it's
I must show- This is what I've made last. I made this for my granddaughter. It's for the winter here.
Oh, isn't that
It's a-
cute?
Oh,
It's a
darling.
rainbow scarf. I didn't know what to do for the clouds, so I made pom-poms.
Oh,
She
that's
wanted
really good.
It's very cute.
a rainbow
cute.
scarf with clouds. So,
Oh, that's so
and here in
cute.
Australia, we have football, and my team's yellow and black. So she got that on the end.
Oh, okay. Is it
Oh,
football
that-
like soccer or football like American?
No, it's AFL, Australian Football League, which is entirely different to all of them.
Oh, it's completely different. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We have, I don't know, we have goal posts and point posts, and yeah, because we have rugby here and we have gridiron
Yeah.
and we have soccer, but we call football AFL. We call that football.
That was net
Oh,
fun,
yes.
not to confuse things.
And-
That's wonderful.
I think one of the funniest differences is a thong in Australia is a shoe as compared to what a
Same here in Massachusetts. Same here in Massachusetts. A thong is a sandal.
yes, that's what it is here.
Yes,
A thong is
yes.
a sandal.
Same in Massachusetts.
Well, here it's both. You have to be precise, or take care of the context.
Absolutely.
Yes, thong brings a certain bathing suit to mind to me.
Yes.
Yeah. My friend
in
Patty
Australia,
wants me to knit her one. I
Oh,
said,
Oh.
there's no way, not happening. She
But
teases me.
it
So.
would hardly take any yarn, Sumner.
Well, my friend Patty, it would, yes.
Remember that we're being recorded, but it doesn't seem to inhibit us in any way, shape, or form.
None,
Too
zero,
late.
nothing,
Too late.
no shame.
Well, I think of a flip flop when you say a thong.
Yep, yeah, me too.
Mhm.
That is very funny.
but my daughter has corrected me before. So I'm very careful now. She said, "You're just so embarrassing, Mom. Things you say."
I don't agree. I love the things you say.
Walter, it's nice to see you.
Hey,
Hello, everyone.
hi,
Hi,
Walter.
Walter.
It's been a bad time. My son passed away 3 weeks ago, so
Oh,
Oh,
Walter, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
oh, he was autistic and he had tube feeding and he ended up with sepsis. And I said, don't hold on to him. So he died within 3 days, which was good. So
Oh, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
so sorry.
that's why I haven't been here. So,
Well,
but I
we
did
missed
complete
you.
the sweater.
Yes, we
It
can
turned
see
out
the.
beautifully.
Look
Lovely.
at that.
Yeah. So I gotta block it yet. So
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good for you.
yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, it doesn't look too
Yeah.
bad.
You've
When I
even
block
got
it, is it good? When I block it, is it going to get bigger?
That
Yeah.
all depends on your yarn. Some yarns get
Alright.
bigger, some yarns get smaller.
Okay. We shall see.
So,
Some
Did
yarn
you
hurt
block your
y'all.
swatch?
Yes.
um,
Then
And
you
it
would know.
came out all right then. So
yeah, then that's how it's, yeah.
yeah.
So it depends, like, I made that periwinkle blue Phrancko
Yeah.
sweater,
Mhm.
but I knew it was gonna just bloom because I knitted off the comb.
hmm
Mhm.
Now, it didn't grow in size really, but it bloomed, it became thicker
Yeah,
Oh.
fuzzy.
and more cushy,
Yeah.
but it didn't, but I also, I made a swatch that I blocked it and carried it around for a couple of days, and then I made the sweater.
So you knew what it was going to do.
Yeah.
Knew what it was gonna do.
Walter, it looks like your sweater fits you beautifully.
It does. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked, Frank, that it worked the way it did. I put it on. I said, "Oh my God!" So
Isn't it nice to have something that really fits?
yes, it's very
Yes.
nice.
Yes, it does.
Franklin Hobbit, I was thinking about too, because he did the collar and then he folded it in and then he sewed it up,
Mhm.
Yeah,
which I found was interesting. So,
some fisherman sweaters you do that with.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done that with a collar before.
yeah.
And I seen a sweater from Jared Flood. I think I would like to knit. So,
I was just looking at one of his today on Ravelry.
yeah, I like to knit that Ivon thing. That looked cool.
He writes a great pattern.
Does he?
Oh yeah, he's one of the better ones around, I think.
Ah. I know
And-
Drowning in Yawn praises him all the time. He's done like 12 of his sweaters.
Mhm.
Wow, that's a lot of knitting.
Yes, it is.
That's a lot of sweaters.
There's a lot of
That's being
sweaters. Yeah.
committed to a
Yeah.
design. Although
He
Franco,
said-
you're catching up over at my house.
Yeah, Caleb said he likes knitting sweaters, so that's what he does.
So Cindy, thank you for the Rum Brulee information.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was very nice. I've looked at a couple of it.
Mhm.
Incredibly expensive,
Mhm.
like as much
There-
as cashmere.
There's not many of them being raised, is the thing.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, but but wow, $30 for 100 grams is
Wow. Get a mortgage of the house.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
and
there
I'm
was
not
about-
afraid of spending money on yarn, but I'd almost want to buy one of them,
Mhm.
make a couple
Yeah.
swatches, wash them, see how they hold, what do
Yep.
they do? You know, because you're making a commitment on that. That's
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea for anything that we knit, to just start with one and do some swatching, see how we like it, because how it looks in the skein and feels in the skein is not necessarily how it is knit up.
Hmm.
Right.
I do have a closet full of that. You know that, right?
Oh, only one closet?
It is a walk-in closet,
Yeah.
and I do have, and I could do a tour if you like with my laptop, but it's plastic tubs full of like yarn notions, yarn stash. Yeah. It's
Yeah. Well, like
Might
3
be an
years
issue.
ago,
might be an issue.
3 years ago, when I went to the Fiber Fest in Rhinebeck, they were selling yak there, and it was $65 a skein.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And
Yeah,
I think
that's
I think the sweater they made there was ended up to like $350 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
another one
price
of
has
them.
gone down yet.
And that is a warm yarn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So does anybody have anything they'd like to show us that they're working on?
Well, here
I'll
we
show
go.
you
I've just-
mine.
I've just finished a hat. So
Oh,
Okay.
Let's have it, Judith.
oh
So glad you-
no, really, I don't have it. I've put it in the, I don't know how you call it, where you put the dirty clothes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hamper.
From the laundry.
Hamper.
Hamper,
Okay,
yeah.
so we don't
No,
have it.
seriously, but it's the 1892 pattern.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Very
a great.
Yes.
famous.
I
I've
know that
knitted
one.
it for a friend of mine. So that's what I've done. I've
It's a
just
nice
finished
hat.
it before the Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
we
great
we
hat.
look forward to seeing it soon.
Mm.
Who else?
I'll be glad to show mine.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just that
Oh,
second
goodness.
Wow,
the
look at
very-
that.
put the very last stitch in. Now I just have to do some ends and I'm done.
How
Oh.
nice.
Or well, block it.
Wow.
Oh,
Right,
isn't
and,
that
Beautiful.
great?
Wow.
We had that big
Yeah.
lengthy conversation about doing this invisible bind off with the giant long string.
Yes.
And I don't know if you had a chance to watch last video or not, but I explained the complicated mathematical equation I went through to get the right amount,
Oh, no, I haven't.
which
No, last week
this-
was not recorded, so I don't have,
No.
oh,
so you can tell us
Well, it was-
again.
was this a large algebraic formula times 0.725, I think, divided by the amount of grandchildren I have.
Yes.
That's
Oh, I
what
think you got the formula right. Yes.
So then I took it actually, and I placed it on my nose and stretched out my arm, and I did 2 of those, and that's where I started.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It worked.
So now, looking at that, Joellen, you were changing colors of yarn. That's not self-striping yarn, is it? That you're
It
doing?
is. I
It
am
is
not
something.
changing. I wish I could tell you,
Oh.
yes, I changed all those strands. No,
I
that
didn't
is,
even, oh,
Yeah, that's
that's
very
one-
nice.
one,
That's
This
a
is the
great
ball.
yarn.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Oh,
What kind of yarn is that?
it, what is it made up of, or the name brand?
Well, either, both.
It's Noro
Oh, Noro.
And
Okay,
it-
I was wondering.
is 54% cotton, 34 wool, and 12 silk.
Wow.
Oh, wow, very
I'm
nice.
limited on stretch.
Mm.
It'll tighten up real
Yeah.
quick.
would be very soft.
It is. It's very soft. And I wanted a spring sweater. And in fact, I named it when I made the pattern Spring. As you've noticed, we passed spring.
Well, we never had spring, and I don't think we're going to have summer either here. So
Oh,
Mm.
wow. But I'll call it my fall sweater.
the colors are just beautiful. It's really
They
lovely.
are. It's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Turned out nice.
I'm very pleased. Now,
I'm trying to
now,
remember
why
what
is it
you, what.
why
you
is
were-
it you always like minutes before you get done with this, you rattle your brain, what am I gonna do next?
Yes, you do. I do. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, me
goodness.
too.
I remember you were asking something about that yarn. Was it about using it for the bind off, or you were?
Yes, I was concerned about felting it together
That's right.
versus, and one of the things, my worries is that the yarn changes thickness because it's a rowan, I think it's called, type of
Uh-huh.
thread. And I thought dragging it through those holes, some big, some small, well, I would have difficulty, but it turned out it didn't. It worked
It
just
didn't.
fine.
Good.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
good.
I
Well, with
marked
my new revelation, you wouldn't have had to spit splice it. You could
Exactly.
just
Thanks a lot.
weave in two ends. So
Yeah.
I was a little
discovered it just in
late coming with
time.
that, huh?
A little late to the party, Phrancko.
All that sleepless night for nothing.
I think it's because you include the grandchildren in the mathematical formula, though, that it worked. That's the
Well,
really
there-
important part.
They're in everything else. They might as well be
That's
in the
true. That's
equation.
true. That's true. How many do you have, Joellen?
5.
5. Oh, I've got 9. I've got 9.
Oh, show off.
Goodness.
I have 8. Yeah, 8. I have 8.
Really?
That's a
I have
good
the eldest is 21
Mm.
and the youngest is 1.
Oh, wow. And see, I go from 19 to not even 1 yet.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
That's a lot.
So
that's
yeah.
when they're
Oh,
likable, is when they're not one
Yeah.
yet.
Absolutely.
oh no, I
And
really
we-
like the 19. He's very good.
Oh.
He's very good. I've got him trained well now. And he has a Phrancko sweater. A bunch of the
Wow.
kids have Phrancko sweaters. I've knitted sweaters for all of them, but a bunch of them have Phrankos.
Well, actually, my grandson might be making a Phrancko sweater because I've taught him to knit, and we're going to get
Oh,
together.
very
and
good.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be
we're going to have
good.
a
Oh,
family.
wonderful.
We're
That
going
would
to
be
have
a
a
lot of
family get
fun.
together, and we're all going to knit.
Oh, that's
that's
great.
great.
Very fun.
Very nice.
Oh,
And it's a good way of
Lucky
getting
you.
family together too.
Oh, it is. And just visiting and being together and enjoying time.
Yep.
just like we do right now.
Exactly.
Yes.
So Ron had promised to post his yarn, that real cushy yarn that he had with mohair.
Yeah.
And of course, it didn't record, but I couldn't see it anywhere.
Well,
No, me neither.
he did post a link to it, and it's on the forum.
Is
Yes.
it? Oh,
I
it's
got
on
it.
the forum. I was looking on the blog. I was looking on Ravelry.
No,
Oh,
and it's on,
And I moved it into
Frank
the
sent to
weekly
the Zoom
meeting
meeting.
forum, so more of you could find it.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I want to capture some of that yarn and just make it
Okay.
up real quick.
I thought you meant that you couldn't find the yarn that is mentioned in this
I couldn't find the link.
document. Ah, okay, okay.
Well, see if this is the link you're talking about. This is what he posted in the forum. I'll put it in chat.
Fuzzy,
The warm and fuzzy sweater.
warm and
yeah,
fuzzy.
and it's and he talks about it that it was like a recipe because I opened it too. So
Yes, it's
Yeah, it says
warm,
recipe.
fuzzy feeling,
No
Recipe.
feeling, yeah.
a Phrancko sweater recipe, he calls it.
That's it.
that's it.
So that link is now in the weekly meeting forum, it's where the meeting would have been, I guess, if we had recorded it. But I wasn't here, so it didn't get recorded.
too bad. We talked about goose and ducks and turkey.
Oh, turkeys. You talked about turkeys without me?
Eating them.
Yeah.
Oh, I raised pastured poultry for a bunch of years. And so I raised turkeys, heritage turkeys.
Wow.
We
They were
talked
so
about
fun.
domestic and wild turkeys.
Mm, mm.
Were you a domestic or?
They weren't wild, but they were more the kind of the heritage breeds.
Okay.
Had several different kinds.
So Cindy, what are you working on?
I am right now, I'm just knitting a dishcloth because that's all I'm letting myself do while I'm on Zoom. I'm still working really hard on the history of knitting report. 2 weeks ago, you had mentioned the Aran sweater book or Aran knitting
Yes.
book.
Uh-huh.
I was from the library and read that. It is so fascinating. It's so wonderful.
Isn't
And
it?
then I also got a book about Ganses, Beth Brown Rinsel. And so I've been reading that one and including little bits of that. And I got a book that secondhand that was Bohus Strickning, which was a
Yes.
Swedish kind of knitting.
Yes.
That
the bohus.
sometimes is kind of like compared to Fair Isle, but it's very different. But it does use colors. But it's just been so interesting. But it's like, no, you're not going to knit. You're going to write your report and get done. And I'm so close.
Yes, I urge you not to get caught up on the report. You can study forever and never finish. So,
Well,
but I
it's
know you're
like,
going to write a great report, so I can't wait to see it.
well, I'm liking it. And the thing is, it's so interesting and really having these different books and studying where kind of looking at them, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, that's a knitted sweater. That's a knitted sweater. But seeing the different styles and how they developed and kind of why they developed and what materials they had, it's like, then I see more the differences in them too. And it's like, oh, this one was made to be very functional for that reason. And this one was made to make really fast and sell quick. And, different things of different people did at different times. And it's so interesting. I'm loving it.
All right.
Cindy, can I ask you a question? There is a style of knitting, I think, that the way they hold their needles is they hold them like a pencil. I don't know if you ever watched the Miss Marple murder mysteries, but you know how they're always knitting and they hold it like a pencil. It's very difficult to figure
There's
that
a lot
out.
of different ways that people hold needles and how they hold the yarn. Arinda Holiday holds her knitting needles like a pencil.
That's
If
right.
you go
she's
and
done
watch
a
some
lot
of her
videos.
videos, she's got a lot of videos. You can see how she does that. But the thing is, it's not so much how they hold the yarn. It still does knitting, and still the goal is that you would have even tension between your knits and your purls, and that you would go quickly and that sort of stuff. So I didn't, in the history of knitting, hopefully that's not being bad, but I didn't have anything about how people held the yarn. More it was just the things that they were making.
That's a whole nother book.
I think it's going to be
Yes.
more than a couple books.
Yeah.
Because what I kept mind to was things that we actually know about knitting based on the archaeological evidence of paintings, writings, published material from that time period, and then knitted samples that we have. So I tried to be very factual.
Sounds interesting.
We'll
Sounds
see.
great.
We'll see. It is really interesting. It is really interesting.
You
really
feel like
very
you're back at school?
It is like you're back in school. See, I'm doing the master hand knitter certification, and I working on that. And I finished level 1, and I'm working on level 2 now.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Frank, I tried your Fiddlesticks program. What fun.
Oh, Stitch Fiddle.
Stitch Fiddle,
Stitch,
yeah.
wait, now what is the name?
Either
believe-
way.
Yeah,
Anyway, a lot of
stitchfiddle.com.
fun.
Yes,
It's a lot
Lana?
of fun. It can be used in many different ways. Knitting,
Yes.
crochet, it's great for beading too.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
wow, cool.
Frank, I'm disappointed that so many men got sick at that retreat.
I know.
I mean, even Joe never showed up.
That's right. He
Yeah, I
got
mean, I
sick
seen
before
that
it
on his
started.
blog. He was annoyed with that.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, we were all disappointed he couldn't make it.
yeah.
And then one fellow got sick, and the very first morning he was there, we tested positive, and he had to be quarantined away from the rest of the group for a couple of days
Mm.
before he could get back home. And then in the process, several other people, I forget how many total, ended up testing positive.
Wow.
And I just felt really fortunate that I wasn't having
Yeah.
to get it.
Right?
Has there been any follow-up on how everybody is or if anything?
No, I'm sure we would have heard if anything disastrous had happened, but I think generally with this Omicron variant, the illness isn't as severe. You don't get hospitalized. Most of the time, it's not something that hospitalizes you.
Mhm.
And but my daughter had it last week, and
Oh.
or about 10 days ago, and she said she felt very bad for about 3 days.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had it about 4 weeks ago. And you just sleep all the time. You can't fight it. You just sleep and sleep.
Mm.
And where I work at the aged care facility, we just had nearly every resident down with it, I think. So, I know it's not as bad as Delta, but it's still pretty bad.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And much more contagious. I know so
Yes.
many people who've gotten it, and some have even gotten it 2 or maybe even 3 times.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Boy.
Even after being vaccinated and 2 boosted, you're still getting it.
That's
Yes.
right.
So,
Yes, my granddaughter's had it twice.
Yeah.
Because in Victoria, I don't know if you know this, but in Victoria, when it first came out, right back at the beginning, we're out of lockdown now, but Victoria, Australia, where I live, we were the longest in lockdown out of all the countries of the world. We were in lockdown for over 365 days.
Wow.
A lot of people here have suffered because of COVID. Lost their jobs, everything's been a hard 2 years.
Yes, this has been taken a toll on everybody.
Absolutely. It's worldwide. It's just awful. And because we're so, like even in my family, we have people from different nationalities, and it stopped people from seeing families. It's just been horrible.
Yeah.
is it winter there, Denise, in Australia?
Yes, it is winter.
I was
Yes.
wondering because your husband's walking around with a long coat on. So,
Yes, he feels the cold. I don't.
oh, okay.
Hat, because he's bald, so he's got the hat.
All right. How cold does it get there?
Where I live in Ballarat, it can get to -2, -4 overnight.
Ah,
I don't know what that translates to in over there though.
Heights.
It's
Probably about
25
25,
degrees.
27 degrees Fahrenheit.
yeah.
Okay. At the moment, it's about 5, 6 here at the moment.
Okay.
All right. I didn't think Australia got cold.
Up on where one of my daughters lives in Queensland,
Mm-hmm.
it's never cold. But
Oh.
down at the south end, we get cold.
Ah. I've learned something.
They even have some penguins.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
we do.
Yeah.
wow.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
I looked, oddly enough, I looked up Queensland today, there's a new kind of fish for me called, I think, barramundi.
Barramundi.
Yeah,
Barramundi.
I love it. It's really good.
It's a
and
beautiful fish.
It comes from your Queensland.
Oh, it comes
area.
from Queensland.
Mm.
Yes, a lovely fish.
What does
Kinda
it taste
sea
like?
bass. It's like a sea bass.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
our fish goes everywhere.
Yes. Right down my gullet. That's it.
So who else wants to show
Hopefully
us something
everyone
they're
likes
working on?
this. Oh, God.
Anyone?
Here we go.
All
I'm
right.
doing a crochet top-down sweater for a very thin man.
A crochet, huh?
Right?
Oh, it's crocheted.
Yeah, it's a single crochet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
So,
Can you
like-
hold it a little higher?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Now we can
I
see
love
how
the
far you've
color.
gotten.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Look at
it's
that.
brown, so.
You're doing it all single crochet. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Nice
There was a
texture.
there was a pattern from I forgot what the man's name is. But he did it all in single crochet, and he did it in a week, which I can't stand. So
Maybe his name is Sumner. I'm not sure.
no.
Exactly.
He's what is it? Crudwick. Benjamin Crudwick. That's his name.
Okay.
And he does crochet top-down sweaters. And
Wow.
I went on YouTube and I thought that was very interesting. And his size matched my friend's size because he's very thin. So I'm making it for a man who's 87 years old who travels back and forth to Sweden to see his sister. So. And he keeps asking me, "Where's my sweater?" I said, "It's coming. It's coming." I said, "Better yet, I'll teach you how to crochet, and then you can do it." Oh no. You know. That's what I've been doing. So.
Well, last week we went to an Estes Park Wool Festival, which is, Frank, weren't you up in Estes Park last year sometime? Was hot. Well,
It
was cold.
Is that where I was? In Washington?
No, this was in Colorado. Washington
Oh.
is not hot.
Oh, it's in Colorado. I don't know where I was in Colorado. I was somewhere in the Rockies outside of Denver or Boulder, actually.
Yeah, I think you were up in Estes Park, and it was very cold that day.
Oh, that would be beautiful up there in the Rockies.
It is beautiful. There was still tons of snow. I couldn't believe it. Because it was 100 degrees here, and then you go up there and it's just snow everywhere. But I will show you what I bought. I love mohair.
Oh.
I bought that one. I get kind of overwhelmed looking at all the yarn, but I do like spinning, and so I got that colorway.
That's a cool color.
Wow.
Yeah.
And one more, which the wedding has a theme. It's a Venetian masquerade ball theme. So I got purple. I got purple fabric, and it's coming tomorrow. And I'm thinking about using this one on that, along with some glitter. But we'll see.
Oh.
It almost looks like boucle.
It looks like what?
Boucle.
Boucle.
You get boucle, okay.
Boucle.
Which I love. I haven't seen in forever.
This is mohair locks.
Just the lock.
Wow.
So you're going to spin that and then work it and be done by next Saturday?
No, I don't think I'll spin it.
No, she was going to finish it by Friday.
I gotta have it done tomorrow night. I got stuff. I want to start working on Knitwiz again and get this saddle sleeve done for Sumner. And
oh, you're fine. Don't even worry.
Well, I do worry.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry.
So,
I am looking forward to being able to chart it.
Yes. Yes, and that's another thing. There's well, it wasn't a bug, but it was more like I didn't really think it through. And Cindy said, well, maybe you should do this and that. And so that's what I'm working on now too, is getting that charting so that you can change the name of the chart. And anyhow, it should be a lot better, but that's what I'm going to finish Monday.
Because I have to still finish this, then buy the yarn and get the yarn shipped from Ron in California. And then
Okay.
I've got a good amount of time before I start needing to put it
Well,
in.
good, because yeah, and then of course, what if there's a mistake somewhere, then you need to tell me and I can fix it.
Right, but
You're going to be kind of a guinea pig,
But
We call that test knitting.
Test knitting, yes.
Yeah, that's okay. But I guess I just do need like a framework, but I've knit for 30 years. I run against something, I'm gonna find it. Like it's I'm not worried about that.
No, I'm not worried about that either. I'm glad you're doing it, the saddle sleeve. So
yeah, I am looking forward to it. Although after this, I don't know, I might even change the yarn.
I was wondering if you were going to use different colors.
Two, just these two, just the steel blue and the navy.
That's pretty.
So it'd be very classic Argyle sweater.
Yeah.
There's generally only two colors. My sister.
I just love the steel blue. I think that's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a pretty color. My sister picked up her cowl, loved it, fit her beautifully.
Oh, nice.
Did you take a picture?
No, and she's off to Korea. I should probably take a picture and put it in my Ravelry group. Since it really took me longer to knit anything than I've knit in the past like 2 years.
And then you had to graft the ends together. How did that go?
That worked out really well. It really is like a seamless join. Like
when it works,
it's toe on a sock.
Yeah.
Because your first row knit in this particular pattern, you're actually knitting in the Argyle. But the last row knit, I bound off with just one color. So when you grafted them both together, so it's just like a single gray knit stitch, but it's seamless. It came out beautiful.
Nice.
Very happy with it. But yeah, the Rowan magazine is kind of funny that way. You look at these patterns and you have to know how to knit. You can't just pick up that pattern and knit something.
No.
There's a lot of things they just don't tell you.
Like in French knitting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Judith, it's your turn now.
Well, I'm not French. I just speak French.
You just speak
Well, but that's more
That's a
than the
lot
rest
closer
of
than from Texas.
But actually, I don't think I'd have problem reading a French pattern. I've only used those written in English. So I don't know. I don't know the terms in French.
Mm.
And some of them are so different, they're not even close what they describe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the pattern I had, it said double knit, and then none of us could figure out what that meant. And finally, one of my friends, her cousin was French, and we sent it to him, and it means knit one below.
Oh.
So that's what I said. I said exactly that. Oh.
Why didn't you say that? Yeah.
Oh, Frank's got his sweater on.
Yeah, I
Frank's
decided
got
to
his
put on my sweater. And let me see if I can.
Wow,
show
look
it
at
to you.
that.
Ooh, that's
That
pretty.
is great.
Yep. The proportions of the letters are great. Wait,
Is a motif
perfect.
on the back?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is so nice. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
I can't tell.
Oh,
Wow.
that is magnificent.
We can
Oh,
see it.
that
We
is
can see it. We can see it.
Yeah,
That's great.
It's beautiful.
Good
Mm.
great
job.
work.
Very happy with it.
You
And,
should be.
I've finished weaving in all the ends on the back of this, and I showed early on the massive number of ends I have to weave in on the other side. But it's done, and I'm going to wear it tomorrow to a family party. We're having a
Yay.
family gathering for 3 different birthdays and Father's Day tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh, right.
Very nice.
That's fun.
Did you do that charting yourself, Phrancko? What, did you make
What was that?
Did you do the pattern yourself on the back? The
Yes.
ants?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's amazing.
I of course I designed it. I did the chart. I color coded the chart, and I'm doing videos to show how I did all of that. I thought I was done with the videos, and then realized I had I had made a mistake in the videos in the charting, and so I have to redo the charting one again. But there will be several more videos on Intarsia to go with the one that I've already done.
And that was Intarsia in the round, correct?
Yes, this
Yeah.
was Intarsia in the round, but doing it in the round is really the same as doing it flat. You just have to know how to reverse directions and keep the yarns connected. But it did get a little trickier because well, it's hard to explain, but from one side of the image, once you're done with this area here, the yarn goes all the way around the sweater to the other side of the image. And so there's this really long strand that you are looping in one direction. And then the other direction, when you reverse it, you're doing it against a black stretch, a black section, and that section may only be 2 stitches wide. So then it looks completely different. You create a loop there and you go back in the other direction. I can't even possibly describe it in
Wow.
words here, but I also did a video to show how that looks so different than the original video I did, where everything was big blocks of color. You know, that sweater, everything was big blocks. And so when you reversed it in both directions, it looked pretty much the same and was intelligible. But once you are going all the way around the sweater in one case, and then only across 2 stitches in the other, it changes how it looks and feels. So I'm making a video that will explain all of that and show how it's done.
Still easier than starting a new yarn every row.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to do that,
That'd be a
man.
lot of
You
energy.
think I've got a lot of ends to weave now.
That'd be a lot.
You would have, let's see, it's 80 rows high, and that would be two yarns on every row. So you'd have 160 ends to weave in, and it would,
Oh,
you wouldn't be able to do it.
Wow.
They would be a mess, and they'd look terrible. They would.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
you
to
don't want
be
to do it
creating
that way.
bulk. Yeah.
What's in the background of your next sweater, Frank?
In the background, in my mind, in the background.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already have the yarn for it.
I knew you would.
oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty.
This
That's
is
nice.
blue, and this is a dark green, and it's going to be a herringbone pattern in blue. The whole body will be blue herringbone knit pattern. And then there will be a shawl collar that is green.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I was
very
just
lovely.
looking, is that floss
Yes, this is
gloss?
gloss.
from
This is
Knit Pick?
Knit Picks gloss.
I was just looking at that.
I tested this with a skein of this and a skein of something that looks very much like it, but doesn't have the silk in it.
Because it's 30% silk.
Yes, I actually don't see the other yarn now, but I really like this because the silk gives it a little bit of a sheen.
Mhm.
Yeah, and some
And-
structure too, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Which will show up the herringbone nicely, I think.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I would love to do an exaggerated houndstooth, but I can't figure out how to get the teeth going in the right direction to match knit stitches, so it doesn't look all jagged.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
want to do a
Having
hound
it knitted on
also.
stock weight.
I had to struggle to figure out how to do this herringbone in a way that as the rows grow larger slightly, you know, how do you adjust the stitches and know where you are in the pattern? It turned out that was really complicated, but then I found another way to write the pattern than the original one that I had. And then where to put markers. And then the markers guide you to know how to adjust the pattern each time.
Oh, that's
I see we are now a couple of minutes over our hour.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
So,
in trouble.
yes.
$100
Say, I'm
a
sorry,
second.
everyone. We've wasted 2 minutes of your time.
Never
Thank you.
a waste.
Never.
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you all. Thank
It's
you.
wonderful
Yeah,
to
being
have
so
you,
welcoming.
So
Denise.
nice to have
meeting
you,
you.
Denise.
Feel
Nice to have
Enjoy
you.
your
do
day.
come join us every week if you can.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, please do.
Franco,
Please
I
do.
was a bit awestruck to meet you. I was a bit nervous. I thought, oh, like meeting
No,
a star or something.
We're
I thought,
we're
oh,
a happy group.
No, I know the feeling because that's how I felt when I met Arinda Holiday and Dinka Schwan, the two people who helped me through the master's program, but I only knew them through videos and online. And then
yes.
I met them in person and I thought, oh, I'm meeting a celebrity.
That's what I thought. When I,
I am not a celebrity. I'm just me.
taken me a few weeks to actually have the courage to come on. I thought, oh,
I
Well,
understand.
and has it been treacherous for you to be here?
no, it was fantastic. I loved it.
Wonderful.
Great.
Thank you.
I asked you that so other people who are having those same feelings will feel free to come join us. We're a very welcoming group and we love to have anybody who wants to join us.
Highly recommend
Yes.
it. Welcoming and funny and wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Take it easy.
Be well.